So, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit of legalese so that we have a little understanding.
Facts.
And at the end of the day, people going to believe what they want to believe, but know the law. Know that just because the bro took a plea doesn't necessarily equate
and we know ain't no cooperation agreement,
Come on.
by the way, anyway.
Talk to me.
That's the only reason he brought that up.
Talk to me.
That shit ain't, they already looked for that. It's not there. That's
And
not
Max
what
B
this
got the
is.
paperwork.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Listen, y'all, Max B said enough with these snitching allegations. That's right, y'all. For those who may not know, recently Max B sat down on the Dog in the Yard podcast. Shout out to Pistol Pete. Immediately, as soon as the interview came on, they got straight to it. All right, Max B finally broke his silence on these snitching allegations, right? We seen it last year. Max B came home. Everyone embraced his return after spending damn near 18 years behind bars. And apparently, right, we started seeing these blogs reporting these claims being made by Wack 100 and others. So, Max B said, you know what? I got time today. As we all know, him and French, they getting ready to release their project at the end of this week. So, listen, let's get straight to it. Let's hear exactly what Max B had to say about these snitching allegations. I'll make sure to leave the link in the description so y'all can see the full interview. But, yeah, let's get straight to it.
Sake of the streets, and for the sake of real nigga love, let's get into business. What y'all want to talk? What you want to know specifically?
I mean, it's some chatter on the airwaves or whatever. Give us some clarity.
Because I took a plea after getting blowing trial of 75 years, which I didn't take the plea in the beginning.
Facts.
Because the rat gonna take the state gonna make them take the plea and say, if you get a plea, but you got to tell on your co-defendants. Y'all don't have that. There's none of that on the stand. No bigger bail on no stand. No tape, complete police station statements. None of that. All right? So let's get that right. So after I blow trial for 75 years, get convicted, after 9 years, I get granted PCR with lawyer money. I got lawyers, by the way.
Yeah.
Just saying, I go back on
What
PCR.
lawyer is that? What
I got
lawyer?
6 lawyers.
Talk to me.
Let's just talk about the facts.
Talk
here.
to me.
I got lawyers. We put a motion in for PCR against Joe Saluti. Look at his record. Look at what's that lock Frank Lucas up.
Yeah.
For
we
the
just
best of
said
police nigga, right?
He turned lawyer and did. He's a greaseball. This is all greaseball working on my shit, stealing. I got back on that. When I got back after 9 years, I took the plea for 20 years. Had to do another 9. And took that plea there.
Copy on that.
So
Copy
for
on
those that don't know, that's real TV for you. I'm not sitting in jail with these. I'm out here getting money.
Well,
Got
just
mouths to feed.
So, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit of legalese so that we have a little understanding.
Facts.
And at the end of the day, people going to believe what they want to believe, but know the law. Know that just because the bro took a plea doesn't necessarily equate
and we know ain't no cooperation agreement.
Come on.
By the way, anyway.
Talk to me.
That's the only reason he brought that up.
Talk to
You know
me.
That shit ain't, they already looked for that. It's not there. That's
And
not
Max
what
B
this
got the
is.
paperwork.
For the sake of the streets and for the sake of real.
All right, y'all. Again, that was Max B addressing the snitching allegations. Again, we moving into the second week of 2026. And like I said, Max B right now, he's doing his best to adjust to what's going on in the rap game today, right? It's a lot different from when he first, came on the scene and had his wave going. You know, the mixtape scene was different. Now with streaming platforms, and we see how greedy they are. You know, it's a lot, right? And when he came home, we seen so many people embrace his return that, for some reason, it made a lot of others jealous of the attention that he was receiving. I mean, damn, like I said, the man spent, damn near 18 years behind bars, and for some reason, people just, they jealous. This is a different era, social media, but it's good to see Max get back in his bag, because what people have to understand, it takes time to readjust, right? He has individuals around him, I'm sure, right, who has connections to the industry. They trying to figure out how to, break Max amongst the masses. However, they have to understand his brand. He took off in the streets on the, the street platform. So sometimes going the mainstream route It's not a bad idea. You've seen him on TMZ and all of these other platforms, but now it's time to address other platforms in the space. And that's always been Max's brand. But let's get into some of these comments right quick. Again, shout out to Star Wars blog. They covered it. That's, who I seen when it popped up on my timeline. But yeah, one person said, this is how you clear your name, okay? Another person said, who was in the comment section doing a 75-year bid after the court granted you a new trial? What you gonna say? Nah, I'm good. I'll just keep the 75. He had a chance to go to trial again or plead for less time after everyone was convicted. So again, who's closing the door? Tell them I'm good. I'll stay. Listen, that's why I said, these claims, and every now and then, there's a paperwork party, and you have individuals like Wack 100, they take pride in releasing this information. It's just like, come on, individuals involved in the situation. As you can see, one person lost their life, and, people lost time that they can't get back. Max, he was the last one to come home. In the sense of this whole situation. Again, you have another person that's doing time behind bars involved in this. But when you really look into the situation, this is a sensitive subject considering someone lost their life, right? We starting to rehash old failings because, again, you got Vlad, his devious ass. He wants to sit down and do these interviews. People are now forced to have to relive that. Max is, outside right now trying to readjust in this new world, and immediately you start to see individuals, sabotaging, right? Doing their best attempt to try to stop the momentum that he was able to get when he first came out. He already dropped a mixtape, right? The Purge, Public Domain 7. And people, for the most part, they rock with it. Of course, it had mixed reviews. You had the internet doing exactly what they do in regards to just having their own opinion. It is what it is. That's what social media is all about. But as I stated, later this week, we're supposed to hear the release of French and Max B's latest project. You get what I mean? So, again, it's good to see Max B is outside addressing the elephant in the room once and for all. Again, y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on Max B and his return officially? Like I said, now he's been home for about a month or two. And I ain't gonna lie, the man was constantly moving, doing shows. You just want to allow someone like Max, who's been gone for this long, to, get time to get his reps in. Damn. The internet, they give you no leeway. They don't give you no room to really, get in the lab and, get your stamina back when it comes to that rapping. He's on stage, he's moving constantly. So in order for him to get back to that sound, and I'll be the first to admit with the project, there were several songs on the project that I like. So, it's just a matter of time. That's why I said I'm definitely eager to hear this new project with him in French. Like I said, man, y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on Max B addressing these snitching allegations? Like I said, you got individuals like Wack 100 and others who take pride in releasing this information. Sometimes it's valid, but most of the time people are just reaching for content. And, right now, the so-called streets, and ever since 21 Savage did what he, listen, that's a whole different, you get what I mean, element to the conversation. And right now, Max B said, you know what? I got time today. Let's address it for the record so we can wrap this up, because I got money to get, man. Come on. Like I said, if y'all want to check out the full interview, I'll make sure to leave the link in the description. But yeah, man, let me know everything, your thoughts specifically on Max being the controversy. Like I said, what about the music? What are your thoughts on the music he has released so far? Again, I noticed a lot of people, they was going hard with the criticism. I'm like, yo, you got to allow Max time to readjust, get his reps right. Because, again, when I heard the project, it was several joints on that mixtape that I like. And, Max flipping certain samples. Listen, it's a matter of time before the wave is, back in rare form. And it's only going to take time for that. But in the meantime, you got individuals online going crazy, with the speculation and the allegations. And I really feel like the landscape has been truly over-exhausted with those type of conversations. So once you, remove all of the ammunition that everyone has, what else can they say? Let's get back to you know, grading the music. That's exactly what Max B was appreciated for. And now that he's home, like I said, you gotta let the man cook up. But again, y'all let me know everything in the comment section below. With that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor right now and check out the homie Hotep's latest video, The Way It Be. All right, he's one of the hottest rappers coming out of the city of Baltimore right now. So hit the link in the description and let him know that Rip sent you. All right, y'all. Peace.
You ever had them days hit me up and down when you look up, it ain't nobody around? Remember days we was broke, ain't have a dime, having motion, I can tell you about them now. Whoa. When you patient, only thing you chase is time. You can't get it back, we'll put it in rewind. That's the reason why I meditate. The same reason I can fly 7 grams as I put up like 3 lines. That's the way that it be. I ain't saying.
Listen, y'all, public service announcement. This Thanksgiving 2025, MREC and myself will be releasing a comedy stand-up special titled MREC and Rip Presents Mark Prince, Go Stand in the Corner. All right, now for those who are unfamiliar with comedian Mark Prince, he is one of the original members of the Knockout Kings of Comedy brand, a brand that was created by comedian Reggie Curl, rest in peace, as well as comedian Scruncho. Okay, now I'm about to bless y'all with a preview of this comedy stand-up special, and if you like what you see, make sure to hit the link in the description so y'all can set your reminder for Thanksgiving Day. All right, so y'all can check out this exclusive premiere of this comedy stand-up special titled MREC and Rip Presents Mark Prince, Go Stand in the Corner. All right, with that being said, check out this preview. Let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all on Thanksgiving Day. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, you say you're looking for a boat? I got like a 70-foot 2 yacht in here. Just come on in here and look. Just come in here. Hold on, let me turn the light off. Hey, look at it! It even got a secret trap door. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't mind these signs right here. Don't even look at that. We can take that off when you come in for $5,000 down. How can I do prices so cheap? Because sometimes I steal shit, but don't worry about that. I sailed in here from Compton this afternoon. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I got on it, I sailed it here, everything was great. The wind, see the sails, they still work. Don't worry about that. The windows, don't even look at that. All you need is a steering wheel. Somebody took the steering wheel. Don't even look at that. It's got 1 engine. Don't worry about that. Or if you want to sail back and forth to like Mexico, don't worry about that.
$5 right now.
It'll start up and everything. So come down here and call us and we'll make you a deal. Call me, I'm waiting. Don't even look at
MREC TV.
I ain't telling Max about Jim. I ain't telling Jim about Max. I don't know nothing. I'm not claiming territory. Like I said, I'm just an open store. If your op comes into Walmart, you're going to stop going to Walmart because your op shop's there too? No.
On the publishing side, is Max B free and clear of Jim Jones?
MREC TV.